Let's meditate. Meditation is not the form. Form may be important, but substance is more important. Since substance show up in the form, we may think the form is substance, but it may be missing the point. The point is, like in my mind, your mind, or the logic and words playing around all over the place, including delusion, is a form. What's the substance then? If you only see the mind as everything about life, it's only a part of it, just a flowing image and logic and words playing, which may cause suffering in our body, because we can well be limited in our mind, how to use our mind, and what's happening in our mind. We have to be aware. And to do that, we need to connect to heart. That's just a word. But the substance is to know experientially what it means. And that's through samadhi and meditation. And we are here sitting, but it doesn't have to be sitting, closing eyes. We can have our eyes open and be aware, like opening up the third eye. And we don't need to be sitting. We can be doing chores, repetitive work, or creative work, whatever the case may be. The point is whether or not we connect to our heart. Heart is a substance, let's call that. And let's call the heart as the laws of the universe manifesting from moment to moment. And if we are aware of it, and for that, instead of using the mind, you can use the mind, but it's better if you don't. So no mind and no thinking, then all the disturbance or the fluctuation in the mind gets settled. Mind become clear, empty, no mind, if you call that. And then what do you find? It's not guaranteed, because you may be just frustrated to be in the state of no mind, and you start to think. So you go back to using your mind, why I'm doing it. But if you go beyond that, again, stopping the mind, something happens. Substance may reveal its function, and that can be in the form of ideas, creative solution to the problem you have, or even awakening or enlightenment, that you are now beyond the mind. You thought you exist in the mind, and that may be found as a fake. It's just a form that is like on the screen of the movie. Just you watch it and you get involved, and you forget you're sitting on the chair and outside world has the weather changing and earth spinning and all the activities in the universe is forgotten. Not just activity in the sense of the form, but what drives that activity. Call it the laws of universe. We don't know what it is because the mind has limitations. So when you stop and focus on breathing or listening, smelling, experiencing life, what's going on in the body, heart, lung, skin, molecules in the body. When you start to see or experience the state of being in the now, to be aware of those functions manifesting, which is the law of universe in the form of manifestation in our body and heart, you realize that it's driving your life. And you are that. I am that I am. So I use the words to explain, but it's nothing but pointing what may be the substance and what we do in meditation or find the state of samadhi, being the now, no mind, no self. So form versus substance. But substance you cannot describe. The form is manifestation. It comes in various forms. But with that knowledge of what drives and how the form is manifested, you may experience the core of our being while you meditate. That's awakening. There's no guarantee that you get out of the space confined of mind, but still caught up, and you struggle why I'm doing it. Mind want to justify the reason of its being because that's how we operated our mind. But if our mind is calm and quiet, it's like knowing the background of the mind functioning and start to see what actually mind is doing. Doing to your body, doing to yourself, like in delusion, confused, upset, dwelling in the past event, worrying about the future, not at the state of being. Okay, I explained. That's words and the logic. So what's substance? For example, in Zen, they talk about how can I explain in English? Before your parents are born, who is that? Meet that person. Or meet that substance that's been there, is here, operating. That's Satori, or awakening, to be found beyond the confinement of mind, to realize substance, so to speak. But substance shows up in the form So there are clues of relationship between substance and form. Delusionally thought, stomach hurting, wanted to live here. What's the meaning of life? Mind questions. Let that be. Everything as it is. Mind settles. You start to see with your mind eye, third eye, as if to bridge what's in the mind and the source of who we are. Now it's just a sentence. The question is beyond the sentence, what it's pointing. Because of the substance, form is generated. For the form to be generated, there has to be a substance. Experience that substance. Be that substance. And when mind moves and loses the substance, just be aware of it. What is that awareness? Awareness is to see everything as it is, not as you think it is, from moment to moment. To be aware, mind can be quiet. And we may realize whole body is experiencing that substance as we live. As the law of nature manifests everywhere, we are one with that. One with the flow of the universe, so to speak, in mind. When you experience that, that's your eternal home. And with that, we may live our life and even deal with the AI, what they call artificial super intelligence, when it comes. And you may know that the laws of nature may be manifesting in that artificial super intelligence, because it's the core of all being. And if we are aware of that and be the manifestation and know the substance, that is to be experienced. Here and now. You can use your form wisely and with compassion. If we bridge the gap between form and substance, connecting to the root of who we are, do you hear the birds singing? Is that the form or substance? Or both? Or neither? Thank you for joining me. Have a good day, good life, and may all beings be happy.